Are you looking to make 3 to 5,000 rupees a day as a content writer? Confused? How is that even possible? Well, stick around till the end of the video and I am going to tell you how that is possible. But before we go ahead, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to IIM Skills. The secret to making 3 to 5,000 rupees a day is by SOP writing. Now, before I go ahead and give you tips on how to start your career as a freelance SOP writer, I'm going to tell you a very interesting statistics. And that is in the year 2021, the number of students going abroad to study was 4,40,000. That number went up to 7,50,000 in the year 2022, and the number is only expected to increase in the year 2023. So you can imagine the demand that SOP writing has and the amount of money you can make from the comfort of your home. Now, before we go ahead, let's understand what SOP really is. SOP is Statement of Purpose, and it is a very important document that students have to submit to a foreign university during their application process. This document justifies the intent or the purpose for studying abroad and why they want to study at that particular university. Now, the SOP could be a deciding factor whether the student is going to receive the admission or not. Since so much is riding on an SOP, students often seek the help of professional writers to create the perfect SOP for them. The first step towards writing an SOP is collecting relevant data from your client. Since you know the purpose of the SOP, you should make sure that you collect the correct kind of data so that the SOP reflects the personality of the student in a positive light. Apart from collecting information like their personal background and educational details, you could also collect information like their achievements, their future goals, and their interests. You can collect this information either by having a one-on-one chat with the student, or if you are aiming at creating multiple SOPs in a day, then you can hand out a questionnaire to your clients and ask them to fill it up for you. But make sure you are harnessing the details correctly from this questionnaire. The next tip is planning and structuring the SOP. Now, if you are a content writer, you would know just how important planning and structuring an article is before you actually write it. The exact same format is applied when you write an SOP. The SOP follows a typical essay format which runs in paragraphs, and the usage of bulletin points is kept to the bare minimum. In fact, it even has a word count of about 800 to 1,000 words and ideally does not go beyond 2 pages. Now, since the SOP is such a compact document, make sure that you're picking the right kind of words to incorporate in your client's SOP. Guys, make sure that you really focus on structuring the SOP article well, because if the SOP does not have a proper structure, the information will be spilling all over the place and there would be no flow in reading, which will make your SOP look messy and unprofessional. Tip number 3 is reviewing your work. Now, your work does not end at writing and structuring your article. You also have to reanalyze your work, which is a very important thing once you are done creating the final SOP. Now, since you know how important this document is to the student, there is absolutely no room for error on your part. Reanalyzing your work will help correct your flow, better your vocabulary, and highlight the grammatical errors you may have missed out on checking before. Now, let's talk about how you could begin your journey as a freelance SOP writer. Well, you absolutely do not require a fancy degree to become an SOP writer, but knowledge of writing is mandatory. Now, especially if you are a beginner and you have absolutely no prior experience in the field of writing, you could always go ahead and take a short-term course which will help you imbibe the necessary skills and tools that are required for flawless content generation. A great way to start your SOP writing career is by creating a personal profile of your works. So you could start by creating a few sample profiles of your SOP writing works, and you can publish them on medium.com or WordPress. Another great way is by creating a website and uploading your work, and this is also a great way to market yourself. You could also get on LinkedIn and promote your personal brand there, and LinkedIn also is a great way to connect with professionals from around the world. You could also use social media platforms to promote your brand, And if done wisely, it is a great way to get business coming to you. The last thing on our list that you could do to become a freelance content writer is by sending samples of your work to companies that deal with sending students to study abroad. But do make sure that you research these companies well before you offer your writing services to them. With that, we come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to IIM Skills.